Hello everyone, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 17 of our Toronto Huskies franchise. Last episode against the Washington football team, we won big time 66-0 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we got our first tie breaker last episode, which we did not film for you guys. I decided to take a break from filming it. So week 17 is in the books. So playoff picture, we are still undefeated. Even though we tied up against the Las Vegas Raiders, we still have 0 losses, which is really good. So do the Cleveland Browns. And this is interesting to see because you don't see a whole lot of undefeated teams at this point in the regular season. So, as the Toronto Huskies, we will be playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Wildcard Weekend, but that could change if the Steelers win. If the Steelers lose, we could have a different opponent. So, without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL.
It's a cold, snowy New Year's Eve in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Snow covered up, and the Patriots are wearing them retro uniforms from 1991. I really like the logo on this Patriots helmet, but that's why I chose it for this episode. We haven't done that with a Huskies episode.
As we'll see Sam Darnold and the New England Patriots taking on Andy Dalton and the Toronto Huskies.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, a suburb of Boston. And Joe Hayden will be actually ready to return this kickoff for Toronto. And he gets stopped at the 31-yard line. We get to see Andy Dalton stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode. So we're going to use the double slants route here on 1st down and 10 from the 31. So Andy Dalton, he gets to throw this football. He's going to throw this to Mapletron Chase Claypool, and he gets a 1st down for a 16-yard reception there on that play. So he has over 2,000 receiving yards this season, and he has at least 30-some touchdowns, which is even more surprising to see how well this player has progressed. I mean, he is the only Canadian player from a Canadian NFL team. Even though he's from British Columbia, Claypool still has a performance like he does in Ontario. So, 1st down and 10 now here for Toronto. Huskies are going to throw this one out to Chase Claypool. They knocked it out of his hand, so that's going to be a 2nd and 10. So we're going to use a newer play. This is a play I similarly like one way or another. So Andy Dalton, he gets to throw this one out to Chase Claypool, and he gets a touchdown for the Huskies. And this is going to be a 7-0 lead here for Toronto here in Foxborough. We'll see you guys when we're on defense. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 1st down and 10 now here for the New England Patriots. Sam Darnold, he is going to throw this, and it is going to be intercepted by Eric Brazil. And Eric Brazil, he's going to claim a pick 6 here for the Toronto Huskies. Sam Darnold claiming his 15th interception this season, and that is a 40-yard return there for Eric Brazil. Nice interception, though. He just got down for a moment, but then got back up and scored that touchdown for the Huskies defensively. Great job by Eric Brazil and the Huskies. So they will lead this 14-0. We're going to take a break. Okay, we got a fumble recovery. We did not score any touchdowns on that fumble recovery, but at least we got a turnover out of it. And Chase Claypool claims a reception. So we're going to take a timeout here to think of our game plan strategies for the next set of downs. So 1st and 10 from the 23, 20 seconds to go in the first. And Andy Dalton, he's just going to throw this out to Sterling Shepard, but that's going to be incomplete whatsoever. And we're still going to use that same exact play. Hopefully he can claim a reception on this play. So let's see what he can do. He claims that reception. Sterling Shepard does claim a touchdown here for the Huskies. And they will extend this lead to 21-0. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, now 2nd and 3, beginning of the second quarter. New England already has 2 turnovers in this episode already. So Brian Wilcox, he does get a first down here for the New England Patriots. They are now at the 45-yard line, ready to play some offense here. And they want to get this touchdown seriously because Sam Darnold threw that INT. He wasn't sure who to throw it to, but turned out it was an interception. Hearsay, but this is a 2nd and 10 from the 45. So Brian Wilcox, he runs the football and he gains 2 yards on that play. So that will be a 3rd and 8 now here for New England. So it looks like that they are going to throw the football, and that's going to be an incompletion. And we're ready to return the punt now, here with Owen Garrett, who claimed 2 INTs, 4 touchdowns in the last episode against the Washington football team. And the punt goes out of bounds, so this will result in a 1st down and 10. So we're just going to do a running play featuring Frank Gore. On 1st down and 10, Andy Dalton hands this off to Frank Gore, and he is running the field like no other running back could. So he runs like a cheetah, and he is going to get this into the end zone. Nobody even stops him there that time, but he does get a touchdown. So this will be his 30th rush with over 20 yards this season. So he claims his 7th touchdown of the year, and the Huskies will lead this one 29-0. Here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The 2-point conversion is no good. Okay, so it turns out that New England accidentally fumbled the ball, so they lose their possession, and Toronto has the football, which is good for us because we got Frank Gore running the field, and he gets stopped at the 12-yard line. 2 rushes, 89 yards, and a touchdown for Frank Gore this game. So he's only a first. So if he gets this into the end zone, at least he will have over 100 yards rushing in today's episode. So he uses that juke move, and he does get a touchdown here for Toronto. This will be a 2nd one of the game, and we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. Trevor Williams does claim an INT here for the Toronto Huskies. Will he claim it all the way and score a touchdown? They say yes, he will. His 7th INT of the season, 57 yards though. And this is surprising to see because both of our interceptions in today's episode were thrown by Sam Darnold and were both recovered into the end zone for a touchdown. So Sam Darnold, he really isn't all that great of a player. I mean, he has thrown his 16th interception this season, and he has 17 touchdowns. So if he claims 2 more, then he would have more interceptions than touchdowns this season. We're going to take a break. Alright, now 4th down and 1 here for the Patriots. They have to punt this away. And Owen Garrett, whom you guys saw claim so many pick sixes this season, he is going to return. I mean, he has that speed and agility to return a punt return for a touchdown. And I don't believe he has returned a punt return for a touchdown this season, but I am going to use Joe Flacco for the remainder of this football game as our starting quarterback. So Joe Flacco, he's going to scramble this out. He is going to throw this to Rob Gronkowski whatsoever. He does claim a 40-yard reception there, so that's going to be a 1st down. 750 receiving yards this season by Gronk, and he might get his first touchdown of the game in his return to Foxborough. So he gets a touchdown out of that one. So this will be his 14th touchdown reception of the season. We'll see you guys in the second half. Okay, this is going to be a 1st down and 10 from the 32 here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Sony Michel, he runs the football, so he has 2 carries and 12 yards in. So that's going to be a first down and 10. So we're going to use the 3-4 formation here for the defense. And they're at the 43-yard line. So they're going to hand this off to Brian Wilcox. And he lost about 1 yard there on that play. So this will be a 2nd and 11 now here for the New England Patriots. So Sam Darnold, he is going to throw this pass. That's going to be incomplete. He has 3 INTs, so he has 17 INTs this season. We did not film the Xavier Howard interception. We did not score a touchdown on that one, though, surprisingly to see. But oh my goodness, CJ Mosley appears to be down and injured. He might not be able to return in this game, but oh well. We do have strong defenses. He will probably not return in he will not likely play this postseason. Who knows? But it could be a difference. So this is going to be a first down and 10 from the 38. So he has bruised ribs. He will return. So that's important to see. So this is going to be a first down and 10. Joe Flacco, he is going to hand this off to Frank Gore. And he uses that juke move. And he is going to gain a first down out of this one. So he has 4 rushes, 114 yards for Frank Gore in this game. So I mean, he's had more carries, over 20 yards this season, than any other running back on this team. So he has 116 rushing yards. And we're going to use some Melvin Gordon III. We haven't really used him a whole lot this season, but at least we get to see him run the football in this game. So he gets a first down. Someone on the New England defense appears to be down and injured, so not good for New England. So they're trailing by 49 points. They have not scored a single touchdown this season. Oh my goodness, and Mark Ingram, the Alabama product, he claims a first down, so that's going to be 16 yards in, and this will be a first down and 10. So we're just going to do a simple pass play to Corey Davis featuring Joe Flacco. I'm going to throw this out to Corey Davis, and he does claim a touchdown for the Huskies, and it will now be 56-0 here in Toronto, here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All right, now this is going to be a first down and 10, so they're going to hand this off to Brian Wilcox, and Wilcox, he did not lose nor gain any yards on that play whatsoever. This will result in a second down and 10 now here for the New England Patriots. And shotgun back to pass. There is a flag on the play. Let's see who it is on. And that is going to be a holding call. And we are going to have to accept the penalty, though. We don't generally accept holding penalties very often, but we mainly decline these penalties just because it will be just another set of downs. So they're going to throw this to the running back. That will be, well, they're going to hand it off. They threw it to Brian DiLorenzo, and this will be a third down and 20 now here for the New England Patriots. So Sam Darnold, he gets sacked. Patriots lose a lot of yards, though. He has 2 sacks in this game defensively, CJ Mosley. 4th and 34. Toronto has 3 sacks, surprisingly to see. And we have one of the strongest yet agile defenses in this league. I mean, we're at like a 88, 89 overall. So Owen Garrett uses that juke move. He gets stopped at the 44. So this is going to be a first down and 10. This ends the third quarter here in Gillette Stadium. So 56-0. We're going to go 15-0-1 this season for the Toronto Huskies. We did remain undefeated whatsoever. We didn't have any losses, which was really good. So we're going to have to end up being in the 3rd seed, playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers possibly, and we have reached our 150 offensive rushing yards goal for this episode. And Rushing offense, we don't really do a whole lot of running the ball, but we had 164 rushing yards at least nearly today. So Mark Ingram, he runs the football, he uses that juke move, and he does get stopped at the 1. So this is going to be a first and goal now. And I am just going to basically use some goal line. And we're going to use a halfback drive here on first and goal. From the 1 yard line, 2:48 to go. Frank Gore gets us into the end zone easily for a touchdown. And we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. Okay, now first down and 10. Sam Darnold, he does not want to throw another INT this season. And plus, he has the equal amount of numbers this season that he has thrown 3 INTs in today's episode. Prior to today's episode, he had 14 this season. And now he has 17. So, not the greatest performance by Sam Darnold this season. And plus, the New England Patriots are out of the playoff picture, so they don't qualify because of their awful performance this season. And he does claim an INT. Eric Brazil has 2 INTs this episode, so this will be Sam Darnold's 18th interception this season, and he now has more INTs than touchdowns in the regular season. So Mark Ingram, he uses that juke move, and he gets stopped at the 25-yard line. So the Toronto Huskies do win this game 64-0. And all I want to say is thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you guys at statistics. All right, Andy Dalton, 153.3 pass rating, 5 for 7 there, 115 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day for him. Joe Flacco, 158.3 pass rating, 3 for 3 there, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. And Sam Darnold, 12.7. That is the worst passer rating performance that I've seen this season and for the Toronto Huskies. And he's had 4 INTs. The first 2 interceptions were returned for touchdowns. They were Eric Brazil and Trevor Williams touchdowns. But Frank Gore had a monstrous day. Great performance by him. 115 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. Mark Ingram, he did have over 100 rushing yards today in this episode. Rob Gronkowski, Chase Claypool, Corey Davis, and Sterling Shepard all claimed a touchdown reception. So quarterback sacks wise, CJ Mosley, Cameron Wheeler, Josh Uji, Brian Polamalu, and Jordan White all claimed sacks. Eric Brazil, Xavier Howard, Trevor Williams all claimed an INT. Well, at least 1 interception. And touchdowns wise, Williams and Brazil all had defensive touchdowns. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in Wildcard Weekend.